Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday Title Tidbit time. My name is Dana Delmer and I am your local title rep here with ClearMark Title.
Good morning, how's it going everybody? My name's Joe Pena and I'm your title officer here at ClearMark Title.
So for this week's tidbit, we wanted to talk about wire fraud. We know that wire fraud has been happening quite often recently, and we wanted to make sure that you are protected and that you're able to also inform your clients as well how to stay protected from wire fraud. So Joe's gonna go over some tips on how to prevent wire fraud in the future.
That's right, Dana, thank you so much. So basically we have an environment right now, a digital environment where there are a lot of fraudsters out there who are trying to basically hack into our emails and pretend to be parties of transactions and trick people into wiring them funds on a transaction. So we wanted to go over today some tips to go ahead and implement so that everyone can basically avoid these things from happening. It does happen from time to time, but if you follow these tips, you can basically have a lot better chance of protecting your funds whenever you're wiring out during a transaction. We as a title company, we're a trust account holder, so most of the funds that we receive in come from institutional banks and lenders, and they always call us to verify our wiring instructions before sending the money. The first tip that you want to do is whenever anybody sends you wiring instructions via email and you've never sent funds to that wire bank account before, pick up the phone from the receiver, or the sender, the person sending you the wiring instructions, and verify them over the phone. Verify the ABA routing and verify the account number so that you know that you received those instructions from the person that they say they are. And always be suspicious, because if anyone's changing wiring instructions during a transaction, it's very rare either for an individual to change bank accounts.
It's a red alert basically.
Yeah,
something changes.
Generally, we've all had bank accounts for a very long time, and to have it change during the course of a transaction is very suspicious. So make sure that you're contacting these people who are reaching out and sending you new wiring instructions via email. Another tip is, if you receive an email with wiring instructions, do not hit reply. Always hit forward and then type in the email address of the person sending it to you, so you've got the right email address and you're not replying to some fraudulent email address that might be one letter off or one number off that you don't notice, which then can be costly, can be
detrimental.
Yeah, exactly. And basically, that's it. And call your bank. Call your bank to confirm not just the account number, but the name on the account before sending your wire. And if you have any suspicion that you may have wired something to a fraudulent account, or even not, even if it's just sending the wire, always call the receiver and make sure they receive the wire. Because if you catch something within 24 hours, you have a better chance of recovering those funds if you happen to be part of a fraudulent scheme. So
got it. So we want to make sure we verify the accounts, and then we also want to make sure that we forward our emails. And then if there's any suspicion, just pick up the phone and call people. I know we get scared to call people sometimes these days, but better to save ourselves and your clients a lot of money and just make that phone call to stay protected. So awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, thank you for the tips. And thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Take care, everybody.
All right. Bye.